now since the government shutdown, and still no end in sight. President Trump turned down another round of negotiations with congressional leaders today, insisting this could continue for months. Our Washington, D.C. Bureau Chief Ross Palumbo is following it all from the White House live. Ross.
Well, Lori, now here at the White House, the president saying it could be months, even years. And the president today, for the first time, saying he could build his wall by himself without congressional approval, though he hasn't decided to do that yet. All of this as the shutdown drags on now for 14 days.
So when something like this happens and you're not going to get your next check, it's like, okay, well, what do I do?
Nearly 1 million federal workers without paychecks, millions more without services. And tonight, the president feeling nothing but pride.
I'm very proud of doing what I'm doing. I don't call it a shutdown.
Trump also saying border security should now be their financial safety net.
The safety net is going to be having a strong border.
All of this after a third meeting, again in the Situation Room, again with Democratic leaders, and again ending with no deal.
We told the president we needed the government open. He resisted. In fact, he said he'd keep the government closed for a very long period of time, months or even years.
I did. Is that your assessment of where we are? Absolutely, I said that.
The sticking point, still $5.6 billion Trump is demanding for his border wall, the one he said Mexico would pay for. Democrats now refusing to directly give even $1, calling the 2-hour back and forth contentious.
And there was progress today.
Despite efforts to somehow spin no deal as a step forward.
I thought we had a very important, productive meeting today.
The president himself calling day 14 for what it is.
I think it may have been somewhat contentious, but I think it was very productive.
Meanwhile, after new Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib said she wanted to get the president impeached using an expletive.
Because we're going to go in there, we're going to impeach the motherfucker.
The president, no stranger to strong language, responding.
Using language like that in front of her son and whoever else was there, I thought that was a great dishonor to her and to her family. And Nancy said, "We're not looking to impeach you." I said, "That's good, Nancy, that's good."
And breaking news right now in the Russia investigation. A federal judge has just now extended the term of the grand jury that's listening to all the evidence collected by special counsel Robert Mueller. They've been listening to evidence for some 18 months now. That is the typical term of any grand jury. In rare instances, a federal judge can extend that term. And Lori and Calvin, that is exactly what the federal judge has done here. The term was set to expire tomorrow on Saturday.
And Ross, just when you thought the Russia investigation was wrapping up, apparently not, huh?
It is definitely not wrapping up, Calvin. You know, the president more than a year ago said that he believed, he was being told that it was going to wrap up by Christmas. Now, a year later, all signs are showing that it is going to go on even farther. You know, typically when a term is extended, it is up to 6 months. We don't know how long this term has been set for, but we do know that it can't be any longer than 6 months. So stay tuned, a lot more to come. They still could hand down more indictments and more subpoenas.
Ross Palumbo right there live for us. Thank you.